Hello everyone, Brian here with Product Impressions, and today we are going to be checking out this new Authentics 500 home speaker from JBL. Best Buy was nice enough to send this to me for review, so we are going to go ahead and pop this thing open and check it out. This is supposed to be a serious thing. I believe the retail price on this is about $700 for a home speaker. It does have a lot of smart features like Wi-Fi connectivity and smart assistants, Amazon's Alexa, Google's voice assistant, things like that built into it. But they are seeming to go for a long haul kind of device here. Most speakers that you'll find for your home are going to be little portable speakers, something to put on the desk. It's got a battery in it. There's no battery and it weighs about 25 pounds. So this is probably going to be some serious audio equipment. Let's go ahead and get this thing set up and see what we think. All right, I've had this smart speaker set up and in use for about a week now, and I must say the sound quality is really nice. It is a 270 watt output speaker, so this is very loud. I have it in, I'd say about a 200 and something square foot room, and it is way too loud once you turn it up beyond about like 60% or so. Most of the time I would say that I have the volume set more at like 30% or even lower, and it is really clear, and of course it all depends on the audio quality going in, but by and large it is phenomenal. There are some limitations with the sound. It does connect by Wi-Fi to use all manner of Google services and stream music through Spotify and Pandora and all of that, but it's really difficult to actually control the quality of the sound that's coming through those kinds of services. So a better option is probably going to be, there is an auxiliary plug on the back, you can wire straight into it, or you can connect by Bluetooth. Once again, there's a little bit of loss when you're running through Bluetooth, but virtually everything does now, and quite honestly, for 99.9% of the population, that's not really going to be a problem. You are definitely going to notice, like if you're listening to a podcast, if somebody is on the phone or using a lesser quality microphone, you will definitely hear that through here. It is extremely high quality. I'm just going to put on some music here quickly. Just doing this so that I can demonstrate the controls on this. You do have one knob here, which you can press for play, pause. And if you turn it, you can see a light ring around here, which is coming on to show the current level of the volume. You've also got knobs for bass and treble over here, and a button for Bluetooth, and one with a little heart on there. If you like what is playing at the moment, then you can save that for Google to remind you about that later. Otherwise, this is actually my first experience using a smart speaker, and I will say it is kind of nice because I do have a Nest thermostat, so I can actually just say, set the temperature to 66 degrees, 68 degrees, whatever, and it will automatically change the temperature. I also recently put up a video about a smart humidifier. I can speak to this to control it. Now, worth considering, is this actually going to fit in your space? That depends largely on your use case and whether or not this aesthetically fits your style. It's nice that it's not just the standard black box that virtually everything is. However, there are some other considerations, with this being $700. There are a lot of premium features here. Everything feels really nice. It actually has leather wrapped around it, which is just really nice. I like leather. I've done work with leather in the past, and this is really nicely done. As I said before, the sound quality is excellent. However, when you're looking at something that is $700, it's on par price-wise with high-end sound bars, really high-end audio equipment. So this is very nice, has very high output, but I think really what you're looking for in that it really needs to fit your use case and your aesthetic and all of that. You could get something that just as easily plays things through Bluetooth and off of, different music services if you have a really nice soundbar that's connected to a smart TV. And even then you could still just talk to it, just as you could with this, and it will work just fine. Also, if you do tell this to play something and it pulls it off of YouTube Music or Spotify or whatever, there's no actual like visual control. You can't see what's playing. You can't interact with it other than tapping the play pause. If you hit it twice, it'll skip forward. That's basically the only controls. If you really want control over the audio that you're listening to, you need to have a screen. So also, I did mention there's an auxiliary input on the back here. It is a standard headphone input. If you want to actually connect anything that is a high quality stereo to it, you're going to need some adapters, because usually those use the left-right RCA plugs, the red and white cables. So there are some significant limitations here. It has great audio quality, but I imagine for $700, you're looking at the same kind of price range as like Bose and Sony for theirs, rather than JBL, which has traditionally been, I don't know, kind of a tier below the premium quality items like that. I appreciate what they're doing with this. Is it ultimately that useful? Probably not. There's probably better options. It's really a matter of, is this aesthetic what you're going for? Further, I should have mentioned the setup on Wi-Fi, incredibly problematic. I tried for several days. I sent multiple emails to JBL to try and get it to work. It would not actually connect to my Wi-Fi network. I put in the password, nothing works. I tried to get it to find another Wi-Fi. It still didn't work. Ultimately, I ended up having to uninstall the app from my phone, reinstall it, reset my phone multiple times. I went through a lot, and eventually they did get back to me with troubleshooting tips, and eventually it did work. But that being said, does it add that much to it? If you have any other way of interacting with smart devices by your voice, thoroughly not necessary. So ultimately, this is a $700 Bluetooth speaker. I'm inclined to say that's generally not worth it. Hopefully this has been of some help to you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe. I will see you next time.